In today's episode, oh my God, when I dip, this is the dumbest thing. You dip, oh, that's salty. We all dip. Drowning in molasses. I'm gonna be making 5 dips from 5 countries that are all definitely gonna go into all of our rotations.
Hi Beryl. Hi world. I'm Diana and I live in San Diego, California, USA. I'm first-generation American and very proud of my Mexican heritage, loving the privilege of visiting Tijuana and family often. Despite being camera shy, the gospel of queso fundido must be shared, so here I am. Queso fundido means melted cheese, not to be confused with American queso dip.
Okay, I have a joke and I can't decide which I should do, so I'm gonna do both and you can tell me in the comments which is better. Time to get shreddy with it. Here's your second option. Time to get cheesy with it. They're both arguably terrible, but those are the 2 jokes you get.
Classic queso fundido would have chorizo, but you can create vegetarian versions that have mushrooms, rajas, and onion.
This is a ½ pound. I don't know. I'm just gonna cut cheese. I'm just gonna cut the cheese. That joke jokes for itself.
Oh my God.
This is a good way to start the episode.
You eat the queso fundido with soft corn or flour tortillas or with totopos, which are sturdy corn tortilla chips.
Cheese number 2, I took a little bite. I just had to taste it. It's jalapeno jack cheese. Cheese number 3, Oaxaca cheese. It's like a mutz, but a little saltier.
Queso fundido is a fantastic hot appetizer for a small group to share. You all sit around it and scoop tortillas in until its gooey contents are gone. It's savory, it's spicy, it's melted cheese. What is not to love?
That is a roasted poblano. Looks good. It's gonna steam and then I'm gonna peel it and I'm not gonna burn my fingers. This whole episode, I am not gonna burn my fingers. Ow, it's still hot. So I'm supposed to use a cast iron skillet, but I only have this size or, oh my God, okay. This is a 2-hander or this size, and this is queso fundido for 1. So we're gonna use my square pan and I'm just gonna hold it in the broiler. Cause like, okay, like this for me, I mean, but no.
This dish originated in northern Mexico, usually as special cheese melted in earthenware over hot coals. Communal dips go way back in Mexico, from the ancient Mayan Hatzikilpac to traditional guacamole and molcajete salsa. They stand the test of time because they are made for families and for people who have come together in celebration. Could be a birthday, could be that you're waiting for your entrees at a Mexican restaurant. Melted cheese wants to cool and solidify quickly, so I recommend cooking it in a cast iron skillet and immediately serving it just like that.
It's like cheese jail.
Let me out of here.
Placed over a trivet and exercising caution.
While I'm waiting for my queso fundido, which is in the broiler, I'd like to thank Merge Dragons for sponsoring today's episode. As many of you know, I'm into fantasy books, so when I found a free mobile game that was all about dragons, I jumped on it. In the game, you merge things, and that includes dragon eggs, magical flowers, treasures, even the dragons themselves, to create bigger and better things. It's a game that actually really reminds me of Spore, which I played all the time when I was in college. I don't know if any of you remember it, but it's really fun. The whole point of the game is to help heal the land, and the dragons are a big part of it because they are healers. My good little dragons. Ta-da! While you go through the levels, you can grow your camp and in total collect over 500 different unique dragons. Look at my dragon, he's so cute.
Hey buddy, what are you doing?
There are different events every month, including mini games, and you can download the game here in my description or by clicking the QR code. I definitely recommend it. The dragons are the best. Also, the queso is ready.
Feel free to sprinkle in the sliced avocado, salsa tatemada, hot sauce, or chopped serranos. Sharing is caring, but cross-contamination is not. Avoid the double dip.
I actually learned how to make chips like this. Not that there's much to it, but you know, the experience of it through the first season of my PBS show, which I'm leaving a link to in the description.
Making queso fundido keeps me connected for the simple fact that I get to feed people I love with fresh Mexican ingredients that are all charred and melted together. Give queso fundido a try with whatever ingredients you want and share it with those you love. Spread them melted cheese gospel.
Queso fundido for one. Can you see this? It's bubbling so much. I'm gonna burn the heck out of my mouth. There's nothing much more a girl could ask for. Diana was right. The gospel needed to be shared. Okay. It's not even that there's so much cheese, is that there's so much flavor. The chorizo and the poblano and then the different flavors of cheeses. This is not the American queso. Diana was right. This is something greater. It's so cheesy. You know, the only problem that I think there is about this dip is that really quickly, you know, like cheese congeals, and serving it out for a party, you would need a chafing dish because otherwise you wouldn't really get that soft cheese. I'm just gonna like keep sitting here eating this. I'm gonna get an upset stomach because this is still not for one. This is still like for four.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's not even for two.
Okay.
Asha's like, it's for me. Asha.
She's focused. Roasting the poblano, that's the only part that took a lot of time, but like you can just kind of set it and forget it and then turn it every now and again. And it's not a spicy pepper. If you wanted more spice in this, I think you could put jalapeno in it and that would be pretty nice. Okay, come.
Me? Oh, me.
You have to try some.
Okay.
Oh my.
Diana. Diana. You're right. All I have to say is wow.
That's a one-word response, but it packs a punch.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. I live in Melbourne, Australia, but I come from a Maltese background. The dip that I'm going to be talking about is called Bigilla, which is mashed beans. It's quite a thick dip made primarily of dried broad beans, garlic, olive oil, and various seasonings or garnishes.
Since these beans needed to soak for 24 hours, I did it last night, and this is where you put the baking soda in these. So now we're gonna drain them and cook them.
It's similar to full medames, which is popular in Middle Eastern cuisine. I like it because of its versatility. It's got a very savoury base and can be made to anyone's liking.
When it comes to parsley, I don't like the stems. With cilantro, like, I don't care. That is the only difference to me between parsley and cilantro. That's my hot take. Also, bay leaves are fake. I think I have one more hot take.
Butter.
Oh yeah, there's no difference between salted butter and unsalted butter. Come at me. They're gonna come at me.
In Malta, Bigilla is found in most restaurants and cafes. It's also common at parties or whenever guests are coming over. I have lots of happy memories of family gatherings and catching up with everyone over Bigilla and Maltese water biscuits.
It's not that I know what I'm going for, but garlicky. But like, it's just beans, so I actually really like the balsamic vinegar. I don't usually cook with it that much.
Savoury water biscuits are what's most often dipped in Bigilla, but you can also spread it on crostini with other toppings. It's definitely made to share, and in Malta and Maltese families around the world, meals represent social occasions. People will gather long before the meal, have lots of food to share, and stay a while after. So communal foods like Bigilla are a staple. Because of its savoury base, you can add just about any seasonings you like to Bigilla, which is why I think anyone can enjoy it when it's made to their liking.
I feel like I've made maybe 1 or 2 dishes from Malta, and this one is very much up my alley. I love a bean dip. I just also really like beans. Maybe we should do a bean episode. I'm also really excited about this plate. It's made by a ceramicist. Her name on Instagram is Anna Loves Pottery. I'm gonna leave her information in the description. How perfect is this for serving? Got my dip, got my bread, got my little accoutrement over here. Okay, I'm gonna do a dip with my crostini, and I'm gonna add a tomato because I love tomatoes. This is gonna crunch. Yes. There is an unexpected creaminess to this dish, especially because like in that blender, it was not blending. It really kind of stressed me out. God dang it! Also, the spices are all at the top. It's too dry. Oh, I just dropped some. I think it needs more oil. Direct eye contact is important. Did it make you feel safe or very uncomfortable? Leia?
The latter.
I think that I thought that I needed it to be a lot smoother, but ultimately I actually really like it with a little bit of grit to it, so it doesn't feel just like a paste. The topping of this chopped parsley with balsamic vinegar and garlic and some of the spices is fabulous. There is so much brightness to it, a little bit of heat. It's very herbaceous. I think you can taste the parsley in it, but like, as you know, I'm still not convinced, so. But it's got this like tanginess that really kind of blends with the smoothness and softness of the beans. I love this. I think that I've been thinking a lot about what Diana said about the double dip.
Sharing is caring, but cross-contamination is not. Avoid the double dip.
And while I respect what she said, totally. Here's like, what if you dip one time like this, and then the other time with this side? So none of the bite is touching. Is that a double dip? Also, if nobody sees you, is it a double dip? It's not. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think that if you like hummus, you would really enjoy this dip because it has a lot of the same base flavors of it, but then this topping is what makes it really shine, and it's just really exciting. I'm interrupting us quickly to let you all know that we are doing another community video. We have done a few of these in the past, but it's been way too long. This theme is fridge tours. This is open to everybody. All the information is on my website, which is linked in the description.
Let's look for something to eat. We have tofu,
some wonderful sweet rolls,
Totino's pizza rolls.
And I think it'll be really fun to get our whole community back together in one video.
Welcome.
Good morning, selamat pagi.
Welcome to Stockholm. Submission guidelines are open until I say that they're closed, so you can submit at any time. I'm excited to see what footage you guys film for the episode.
Asleman! Hello, hi. My name is Oussama and I'm Tunisian. I'm currently based out of Istanbul, Turkey. The recipe that I'm sharing with you today is a family-style carrot-based dip called Houria. Now, Houria is a carrot dip with a semi-coarse texture.
My friend Zeeshan peels carrots really differently, and he, I think, is quite more professional than I am. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel in the bio, so I'm gonna try. Professionally.
Topped with tuna and other garnishes and eaten with bread, the carrots lend a delectable sweetness.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna time it because I wanna know which is faster. We're gonna do one the normal way I would do it and one Zeeshan's way. Timer at the beginning. First way is the highway, my way. Okay, ready, go. But I'm still doing it, like, I'm not trying to be crazy. I'm still trying to be cool. Done.
18 seconds. All right.
This is the dumbest thing. Okay, go. Done.
12 seconds.
Oh! Well. Got my new way of peeling carrots. Those 6 seconds are gonna come in handy later.
The carrots lend a delectable sweetness that plays well with a spicy and smoky harissa to create a complex flavor experience. Now just grab some baguette bread or a local Tunisian bread called tabuna and dip it in.
So Beryl was talking a lot of smack about the difference or lack thereof between cilantro and parsley, and I kind of want to prove her wrong. So we're gonna do a little blind taste test. So this has the cilantro and this one has the parsley. We're about to find out. Careful with the light.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. This is gonna like. Okay. I'm nervous. Here's the truth. I don't think that these are that different, but I am gonna guess that this was parsley and this was cilantro.
Correct.
Crap.
I love the smoky sweetness, and there's something special about the bright orange color of the dip that opens the appetite. Now, harissa is a base ingredient for many Tunisian dishes, so any way to eat it is fine by me. And while this dish is rather simple, it occupies a near and dear place in my heart. It reminds me of the hearth of home and the simple joy and comfort of being at home, surrounded by family. I remember as a child, one summer, my gran grabbed a bunch of the peppers from the blanket where they were drying, and she made her own harissa on a mortar and pestle. Once done, she grabbed a few carrots and made Omek Houria. And that was that. She said simple, no fuss. I'm like, how? Grandmas just have odd understandings of the word simple. Eating from the same plate with friends and family is something to be cherished, especially breaking bread and dipping it into something. Now, if you want a dish that is colorful but also flavorful, get the carrots and get cooking. Saha and bon appetit!
This looks so beautiful. Oussama was right. They described it perfectly as like this gorgeous, vibrant orange color. I'm very excited to eat it. I also love all the decorations. I feel like it's really, I already said pretty, but I still stand by it. I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna kind of try to make a sort of complete bite here. This is my complete dip bite. Wow. Wow. As Owen Wilson would say, wow. The sweetness of the carrots mixed with the spiciness of the harissa is phenomenal. And I don't think I've ever had anything like that. There is a tanginess that you get from the vinegar that also kind of helps cut the spice. Honestly, the tuna on top is really good. Look, I love canned tuna, and I always love canned tuna in unexpected places. This is an unexpected place. What a fabulous combination of flavors. I think the hardest part of this recipe was mashing the carrots. Okay, but maybe now I can go back to the fork because it's kind of like been done a bit. I just feel like it's the edge of this bowl that's giving me grief. I don't know why. I think it was because they said that it was gonna be somewhere between chunky and smooth, and I couldn't understand what that texture was. Somewhere between, or is it still a little too chunky?
I'd say that we're still at chunk.
Looking online, it looked a little pureed, but other ones didn't look so pureed. I am happy with my consistency. Wherever I netted out was right for me. Calling it. Also, instead of capers, I did caper berries. Oh, I love caper berries, oh my God. This is definitely different for me. The combinations of flavors are totally unexpected. The whole experience was fun, except for that one part of the experience. This was parsley and this was cilantro.
Correct.
I accept defeat when it was placed right in front of me, okay? I get it. When I think about dips and the idea of a table laden with all these fun things for everybody to pop into, this absolutely should be on the table. If you edit the toppings, remove the egg, remove the tuna, which aren't necessary because it's really about the carrots, it's a totally vegetarian and vegan dish. It's gorgeous and could work for pretty much everybody. I think overall I just had a really good time making this, and I just love how it turned out. Did I say it was pretty? It's pretty.
Hi Beryl, my name is Joseph. I was born and raised in the Middle East. Today I want to talk about Muhammara. So Muhammara, it could come in two colors really. Lebanese would come more bright red because they do use tomato paste. I love this dip because it's such a complex flavor. You would taste a little bit of smokiness.
I'm halving this recipe, so I need 30 grams of walnuts, but I'm gonna be honest, 30 grams of walnuts is 30 grams too many because I don't like walnuts. I think they taste like dust, even when they're fresh.
And a tiny bit of tartness because of the pomegranate molasses.
I think when it comes to toasting breadcrumbs, like, don't really use the spoon. You just kind of keep stirring them around like this. Otherwise, they don't all get toasted. Like, this looks great. And that's using my trick, so obviously it works. Wink.
This is very common dip across Lebanon and Syria.
Okay, peppers are done. Now just remove it. Once the peppers have cooled, add the remaining ingredients to a food processor. That's it. It'll become a dip. Easy beasy lemon squeezy. No, easy beasy pepper squeezy.
The definition of a dip because of the consistency, because you really have to dip into it. Any kind of grilled red meat in a Lebanese restaurant would work fantastically with it.
This is the perfect story of this show. So I needed pomegranate molasses, and I was like, oh, well, I have a date molasses and I have a grape molasses, but no. Drowning in molasses. Molasses. Molassi. Either way, if you need some, ring me up.
When people gather, we don't usually dip with the bread inside the main muhammara. Like, you would take a spoon and put it over your own plate so you don't double dip.
This tahini is my favorite, and it's actually the only one I buy. So if you're looking for tahini, it's this one. Buy this one.
There is a misconception that Middle Eastern food is basically hummus and falafel, which is not true. Middle Eastern food is so complex and vast. There's so many things to try in Middle Eastern cuisine, and I truly hope you would love this and enjoy.
First of all, look at my shirt. I love it. It's funny. It has nothing to do with Muhammara, but it's too good to not wear. This looks so beautiful. I have had Muhammara many times. I've traveled extensively across the Middle East in Egypt and Lebanon and Syria and Jordan. I've eaten it, but I've never tried to make it. Oh, you're supposed to use the spoon. The pomegranate molasses makes this tangy in a way that it's not lemony or sour. It was sour when I tasted it raw off of the spoon. Oh my God, that is so tangy. But like, kind of tastes like a sour candy. But I like it. My face probably doesn't look like it though. In this, it's got like zazz. Wait, I just thought of, is molasses a plural in itself, like the word sheep? Maybe like I have 10 molasses? That sounds wrong. Okay, and we need to move on, cut. I did not realize that there were walnuts in Muhammara. I have said it before, but I do not like walnuts. Go on in, you vials. Toasting them. Maybe toasting will make them better. Nah. In fact, I would argue to say I dislike walnuts greatly. Let's add the frickin' walnuts. I can like move around them. That's enough, that's enough. I will never say hate because I think there's always a way to make a dish where you kind of enjoy it. So like, this is a great example. I have done in the past, convince me to like fill in the blank. I have done cantaloupe liver, which I found some good ones, and bitter melon, which I also found some good ones. So I think we should do a convince me to like walnuts episode. I will ask for a walnut dish that you think will change my mind. And my mind, it's hard to change.
Whoa. I like this.
Yo, wait a minute. Shamar!
Ooh.
This tastes really good.
But still, it's hard to change my mind. The more you eat cuisines from different regions, the more I do think you can differentiate the different flavors of everything. This definitely tastes Middle Eastern to me. It's because of that Aleppo pepper, the sumac, the cumin, the pomegranate molasses. These are things that you find kind of in specific areas. Well, it was not the cumin, but like it's a part of the spice palette, you know? I do think also the walnuts are lending that typical flavor, which maybe there's more walnuts in things than I realize. So all the more reason to have that episode. And then I can't really claim to be a walnut hater. I could just claim to be a raw walnut hater. For this, I want to just go back to Joseph's pronunciation.
Muhammara.
It's not Muhammara. I do hear that a lot. So one more time, Joseph.
Muhammara.
Muhammara. Okay.
Hi, I'm Nariane. I'm from Minas Gerais, Brazil. So today I will talk about the Patê de Frango, which means chicken patê. It's a dish made with chicken breast and mayo. You can put veggies. I like to put carrots and corn, but you can use anything you want. You can use a lot of spices. Usually I use all the spices I have in my home because I like to have fun. It's very creamy, it's very rich, it's very flavorful.
Okay, I have to grate the carrots. This is always the conundrum, big grate or little grate. I'm gonna try both and then Leia's gonna decide. Little grate, okay, big grate. I almost think little grate, or because corn is, there's gonna be corn. Hold on.
I can't make this decision.
Big grate, big grate.
We eat the Patê de Frango all over the country.
I have extra carrots, so I'm gonna save them. But I was just thinking, like, I would put this in an omelet. In my opinion, anything can go in an omelet. My sister staunchly disagrees with me to the point that she's like, you're absolutely out of your mind. Do you think that technically pretty much any vegetable could go into an omelet? Let me know. And then I'm gonna show her all your comments to prove her wrong. Because I'm assuming you're all gonna agree with me.
For me, it's special because I sell the sandwiches in my high school. Looking through the past brings me joy because today I'm a chef.
And a lot of salt. Okay, you can add more salt, really. You can't take away more salt. I mean, I could add more. Okay, this is it.
It's kind of cool realize in that way I could bring joy for my colleagues.
I'm not sure what flavor I'm looking for here, but I do imagine slightly salty. Oh, that's salty. It's salty. Do you think it's too much salt? Okay, but it says be careful, it's more salty than regular salt. So those aforementioned reactions seem okay.
When you think about the pate, we always relate it to France. But here in Brazil, pate is a creamy dish. You can eat with toast or put into your bread. And here, the principal rule is be creative.
I'm really curious just to know how this tastes after the saltiness. Leia, it's so good.
Right?
Okay, that was so good. This is so good. Oh, I'm excited, okay.
I think you need to try Patê de Frango because it's very simple, it's very practical, it's very adaptable.
From my mayo episode where I had tons of different mayonnaises from all around the world, Polish mayo is going into our Brazilian dip.
You can make the day of your family and friends a very joyful experience. Enjoy it.
I think my favorite thing about this dip is that it had me think differently about the word pate. I definitely only ever thought about it as in like the log coming from France. Obviously not a log. I also like that this is in essence chicken salad, and it can make great chicken salad sandwiches when you have leftovers. It's better than chicken salad. Whoa. The chicken in this is the star in a way that no chicken salad has ever had chicken as the star. Because it was cooked in that pressure pot with such seasoning, that paste that we made was salty. So if you're gonna make this, like, be ready to taste it and think, oh God, I messed up. But the answer is you did not mess up. It's definitely meant to be salty, and when it cooks down, a lot of that flavor dissipates and the chicken is left so moist, tender, and beautifully flavored. I also think that your choice of mayonnaise does matter in this. The Polish mayonnaise that I used is a very creamy mayonnaise, and I think that's something that I really like about this. A more sour mayonnaise, like in America, Miracle Whip, I don't think would be as good. You want something that's got a little bit more oomph to it. I do think that Kewpie would be really good though, if you're a Kewpie fan. I like all of the vegetables. I really like the corn in it. You get like a little pop of sweetness with every bite. I did add a little bit of crispy Indonesian sambal on the top, which I know it's not the way. I just like a little spice nowadays. And I think what I like about that is that little bit of crisp. If you wanted to add fried garlic or fried shallots on top of it, I think it would make the dish look really pretty, which I think it did, but it would add that nice little bit of extra flavor. I think my other huge takeaway from this is that I never considered chicken salad a dip, or for that matter, egg salad or tuna salad, but like, they are dips. And made in this way, this is a dip. But it's also chicken salad, and it's the best one I've ever had. Check the description for everything that I talked about, as well as all of the recipes for today's video.
I would like to once again thank Merge Dragons for sponsoring today's episode. Don't forget that you can download the game with the link in my description or the QR code that's on screen.
Cold runs.